the end of every fitting conversation is, okay, this has been great here, let's go out on the golf course. And very rarely do we say, this is your ball, you're locked in. We always say, go out and test it side by side with either what you're currently playing or with, two options from our line.
So we've got some pretty good golf balls in the $30, $35 range, the direct-to-consumer stuff. What's the pitch to the golfer to say, hey, here's why you should spend a little bit more to get a Titleist or a TaylorMade or a Shrixon or a Bridgestone?
Well, I'll speak only for us. Just materials and construction don't make a golf ball. To me, the direct-to-consumer plays are essentially brands that are ordering golf balls from a factory where they don't have the control over quality or consistency. And the ball's supposed to do one thing, and it's got, 30 or 40 compression point ranges within the same dozen.
And you see that big of a swing within a single box?
We do, yeah. A golfer that says, I don't know if I'm good enough to tell the difference, that is just fundamentally not the case. No matter what your ability is, where you play golf, how you play golf, you can tell the difference.
Stay.
What did you guys think of the My Golf Spy ball test?
It's something that not a lot of golfers are thinking about, right? And I know it was eye-opening for a lot of your readers.
For sure. For us?
Which is great. I mean, we believe in our products, and we want golfers to think about the golf ball as an important piece of equipment. And I think the article that you guys wrote really brought that to the forefront for your readers, is that, hey, the golf ball matters.
There was a lot of things that you guys said that we've been saying for a long time, right? Golf ball fitting's important, right?
Play the same ball.
Play the same ball. But I think the fact that you guys went through the process and validated that is the right approach was great. And we want others telling that story too.
Speaking of ball fitting, not everybody has a chance to come to Manchester Lane or TPI and go through that process. And not everybody has the ability to come out even on a golf course, right, and just try the same shot over and over on a course. So if you are sort of the average golfer who is trying to figure this out over the course of 9 or 18 holes, what's the best approach there?
Well, for starters, if you want to figure out what we would recommend, we've put a tool together on our website. We think at least gives you a recommendation. In the same way that if you come to a ball fitting, we're going to go through a fitting, we'll provide a recommendation to you, and then we're going to say, you got to go hit shots. You have to go hit shots on the golf course. If you're playing over the course of 9 or 18 holes, the thing that we would always say is, even if it means you got to go to a practice green or whatever, hit some shots comparing two balls side by side.
I mean, you think 2 is the right number?
Yes,
don't try
definitely.
to do 3,
don't,
4, 5,
don't
6.
try to do 3. Don't try to do a bunch of different shots. Compare 2 side by side so that you can get a feel for exactly how they perform head to head.
So I've hit a shot that's obviously not good, but now I find myself in a situation where I've got no green to work with. I'm in a little bit of rough. How much does the ball matter on something like this?
Really difficult shot, right? I mean, and everybody's going to miss shots, everybody's going to miss greens, and you're going to be faced with these short game opportunities where if you're playing that 2-piece low spin distance ball on this shot, you're going to be lucky if you can even hold the green, right? In all likelihood, you're going to be playing another chip shot back over from the other side. Whereas, playing Pro V1 or Pro V1X, the odds are you're going to have a chance at saving par, which is what you're looking for in a difficult situation like this.
So
right?
what part of the ball is coming into play on this shot? Like what?
So on a shot at this range, it's primarily the cover that you're interacting with, right? The slower you're swinging, the more so you're interacting with the cover than any other part of the golf ball. So by playing that cast urethane cover on Pro V1 or Pro V1X, that's going to help you generate the spin we were talking about earlier during the fitting on a shot like this, which is going to help you get the ball up and down.
All right, that's ugly, but it's on. So Michael, there's been plenty of talk about potential rollback with the golf ball. What's Titleist's position on that?
Well, we haven't been shy about talking about it, obviously. I mean, our position, more broadly speaking, is I still haven't met a single golfer who wants to hit it shorter, or anybody who finds that the game has gotten too easy for them.
The biggest argument, though, is right that it's starting to obsolete some of these fantastic golf courses. Is that it?
Again,
Should we be concerned about that?
I haven't seen any evidence of that. Point out, the last time they played the Open Championship at St. Andrews, which should be the one that we would call probably the most signature old historic place in the world, Zach Johnson won it. So
Right.
it was not overpowered it was won by a guy who makes his living with his wedge. So I don't know. You know, and again, the anecdotes are not data, but they're
But you guys have
we have
plenty of data.
tons of data. Tons.
We saw it during our test. You know, it's been quite a topic, and we saw it today at Manchester Lane, where it can be the ball go wildly offline or the ball
Correct,
fall
yeah.
out of the sky short. Like, how does the golfer know when it's him and when it's the
Well,
ball?
I mean, again, you hear us talk a lot about trust and why we talk so much about, you know, why it's important to look at how many different players play our ball and trust our product. That's not just a strategy to sort of say, well, if a lot of people play it, then you should play it too. But that overwhelming number of players throughout all abilities, you know, whether you're talking about the best players in the world, or you're talking about just average
Me.
golfers, or you're talking about you, is that the reason for that we emphasize that is because consistency matters, and you are going to have to go out and see it for yourself. It's hard to say, oh, well, in that shot there, it must have been the golf ball, but we've proven it out. I mean, you saw it, you know.
Do have to sort of trust yourself a little bit,
Correct.
right? And kind of know
Correct.
that you hit it well, and if it doesn't
Right.
do what you think it should, maybe it wasn't.
That's right. That's right.